welcome back to my channel. The catch-up continues with a brief look at the Coloris de Carol Cosmic Summer 2.0 collection. Now, just like in the video I posted on Monday, these polishes came out about a month ago by now, and it's just taken me a little bit of time to get my poop in a group to talk about these super shifty, lots of hollow-tastic polishes from Coloris de Carol. Now, this is a continuation of the summer collection that she came out with last year. It was a lot of these like super shifty, gorgeous, oil slicky type colors. Carolina from Coloris de Carol is bringing back the summer collection from last year. So if you missed out on last year's, you can kind of grab it this year. And you can also compare it to the extended collection that she created this year. So there's a lot of colorful shiftiness happening over at Coloris de Carol, which I will link down below. Now, as usual, Carolina is absolutely fantastic, and she gave me these polishes for free to preview for you guys, although it's not really a preview anymore because these polishes have been out for a very long time. But I still wanted to show you the formulas, I wanted to show you how they applied, and I wanted to show you how shifty and fantastic these polishes are. Let's just jump right in and start talking about these babies, because I feel like they definitely need their own time to shine because they're just absolutely stunning. First one that we're gonna talk about is ARP, and this is the green color-based shifty polish that is in the Cosmic Color 2.0 set. It's definitely like an emerald, almost lime green color base. Like, that's the color I see the most. And then there's just so much of this like multi-chrome shift happening in here that it shifts to like purple and blue, and there's a little bit of gold in here as well. And then to top it all off, it has so much holographic glitter in here that it just sparkles and dazzles in the sunlight. It's a beautiful blending of the two, and I really appreciate it. Some of the experience I've had with some of these shifty polishes in the past is that you have to really build it up in order to get a really strong shift on your nails. So don't be discouraged if you see that in the first coat of ARP, it's a little bit on the thin side. This is very normal. This is definitely an average experience when it comes to these kind of multi-chrome shifty bases, because you really do have to build up that color. You've got to build up that multi-chrome shift. So you definitely are going to need anywhere from 2 to 3 coats depending on the formula. This one, however, with ARP is definitely a solid 2-coater for me. I was super happy with the application of the second coat because it definitely intensified the base color. It intensified that multi-chrome shift, and it gave us more hollow, which was absolutely stunning. The natural finish to this and the rest of these polishes are kind of like a glossy satin. It's not super glossy, nor is it really matte. It's just kind of like in between. However, I feel like all of these polishes definitely need a topper on it because of the hollow in here. They can get slightly textury, like a little bit gritty. So if you put a top coat on it, it definitely smooths it out, gives it a glass-like finish, which is definitely a goal with these types of polishes because it really amplifies that multi-chrome shift, and it just makes it look like what you see in the bottle, which is absolutely fantastic. Next, we have Centaurus. I think that's how you say it. And Centaurus is more of a blue base, like indigo based multi-chrome shift. So we start with this really deep, really dark, super broody, like navy indigo base that has a gorgeous shift to like a purple and a little bit of a coppery bronze in there too. There's also tons of a bunch of hollow glitter. So we got sparkles and rainbows coming at you from all angles. Now this one, again, is a little bit on the sheer side when you applied in that first coat, but don't be discouraged because this is definitely a very buildable polish, and you will get full opacity, you will get full multi-chrome shift, you will get full intense color in 2 coats. I didn't see a nail line, I didn't have any issues with bald patches. It was definitely a solid 2-coater. Application style might play a factor into some of these, but I feel like they are solid 2-coaters across the board because the formulas are just so good. My camera really didn't do a very good job of capturing the shiftiness of this, so I definitely highly recommend checking out the Coloris de Carol website if you're curious about this polish, and take a look at her swatch photos because she's got some really great photos on her website that do this polish justice. Now, just like with ARP, the texture of this one is a little bit gritty because of all the hollow in here, and I'm not complaining about that one bit because I love the hollow bits inside this polish. So you definitely want to put a glossy topper on it to smooth out the texture if that happens to be an issue for you. Plus, I feel like a glossy topper is needed because you want it to look like what you see in the bottle, and having that glass glass-like finish just really brings out the multi-chrome, makes it look absolutely flawless and just stunning on the nail. Next, we have Tadpole. Now, Tadpole is kind of more like bronzy, goldish, maroony kind of, but again, with it being these multi-chrome shifts, it looks like one color at one angle and then you turn it and it looks like something completely different at another angle. So for me, I see a lot of burgundy, I see a lot of gold, and I see a lot of bronze. Once again, we have it pumped full of holographic glitter, which is just so gorgeous and is so pretty against that multi-chrome base. The formula on this one is really, really smooth, and that's something I can say about all of these formulas, is that they go on effortlessly. Like, they just glide across the nail. They're not too runny. They're not too thick. They're just like that perfect happy medium where it just works effortlessly across the nail. However, it is a little bit on the sheer side, but that is to be expected. So we have to build up that color and build up that intensity. I was happy in 2 coats, just like with the other polishes from this set. I noticed that this one had a tendency to really show the brush strokes. So be really careful. Don't over manipulate this polish. Really try to be very methodical and very deliberate with your brush strokes, and you shouldn't have any issues with it looking too brush strokey. Highly recommend putting a glossy topper, especially if you're sensitive to textured polishes. It's a must-have with this polish. And the last polish from the Colores de Carol Cosmic Summer 2.0 is Cartwheel. It's definitely like more purple and more like eggplant in color. So that's like the base color, but then it's got the strongest oil slick type shift that goes from like green to gold to blue. It's absolutely stunning against this kind of purpley base. Now, it does look really, really close to Centaurus, and if you hold them side by side, this is Centaurus and this is Cartwheel. Centaurus is definitely more like a denim blue, and Cartwheel has more eggplanty purple vibes going on. While they may look very similar, when you hold them up side by side, you can definitely tell one is more blue and one is more purple. Now, Cartwheel is definitely a predictable formula because, as we have seen with the rest of this set, the first coat is going to be sheer. That's just the nature of the beast. However, the formula does build up so beautifully and so nicely in 2 coats that I was completely happy. I did not see a nail line. I didn't have any issues with bald patches. However, I do need to have a disclaimer that my application style is definitely a little more heavy-handed than some, and a little on the thick side. You can definitely get these babies fully opaque in 2 coats. Now, this one is probably the one that I'm most proudest of when it comes to my camera footage, because it is spot on to what you see in the bottle. What you see on screen is exactly what you see in person, which is absolutely stunning and just downright gorgeous. Now, just like with the rest of these polishes, you definitely want to add a glossy topper to these, especially if you're kind of sensitive to textured polishes. Like I've mentioned with the past 3 polishes of this set, a nice top coat definitely solves that issue. That's the Cosmic Summer 2.0 collection from Colores de Carol. These are like a shifty lover's paradise, I feel, because these are so stunning and they're so strong and super, super shifty. I feel like if you are a fan of shifty polishes, these are absolutely gorgeous. I felt that the formulas were so user-friendly across the board that they gave you beautiful, beautiful finishes, amazing multi-chrome shifts, and were just downright gorgeous. Now, my 2 favorites from these collections would definitely be ARP and Cartwheel. I just thought the shifts in these were absolutely fantastic. They're really flattering on my skin tone, and I personally really like to wear these shifty polishes as pedicure colors, and I feel like these were probably the most, they stood out to me the most on my feet for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like these shifty polishes are definitely not my personal style when it comes to summertime, because I love wearing neons. Neons and brights is like my go-to for the summer, and so this is definitely like pushing me outside of my comfort zone when it comes to summer, because I want things bright and I want things happy, and these are definitely not bright. However, the multi-chrome properties in these and the hollow also makes them really something special in the sunlight. I was really impressed with how much I adored looking at these in the sunlight, regardless of how dark they are. I feel like I don't think I'd wear them on my hands during the summer, but on my toes, You betcha. So what do we think? How do we enjoy these? Have you purchased any of these? I know they've been out for a while, so I'm curious to see if you guys picked any of these up, and even more curious to know if you picked up some of the summer polishes from last year, because I feel like the summer polishes last year were very similar to these ones, but yet different. Similar, but not quite the same as far as colors go. So tell me please, because I'm very curious. I'm very, very curious to know what you guys think. So as usual, let me know in the comment section down below. But that is my video for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!